Hi, everyone. Doug Bender from DyeStat.com, back with another DyeStat discussion. And we have got the new Illinois girls cross country record breaker. This is Mia Sirois from Barrington, who led her team to the state title on Saturday at Detweiller Park, broke Judy Pendergast's all-time course record with 15:53 on that 3-mile course, very famous course. Congratulations on that. And thank you for joining me for a few minutes here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So Mia is going to be running at NXR Midwest. That's next. And it's on Sunday at Terre Haute at the Laverne Gibson Championship Cross Country course. And that'll be carried live on runnerspace. And so we're excited to talk to her a little bit about what she's just been through and then what she's got coming up. Mia, take me through the wait for the team scores on Saturday there at the park. 3 teams separated by 2 points, and Barrington came out on top. But I imagine everyone had live results. But what was the wait like to figure out what place that the team got?
Yeah, it was crazy. The finish at state is always just crazy. There's so many girls and so many emotions. So between that and not knowing whether or not I got the record because it was so close was really a crazy, couple minutes for me. But, I was really proud of us and what we were able to do. And, I was going to be happy no matter what, but seeing that we ended up getting first was really amazing.
So in the moment where somebody said, hey, we won by a point or whatever, like, what do you recall about finding that moment out that you guys had finished first?
Yeah, it was crazy. There was a lot of tears, a lot of emotions, and we were just really happy and really proud of what we were able to do. And, it was just kind of surreal. I don't think it really hit me until a little while after that we actually did it.
Yeah. Now, it'd been like that basically all fall in Illinois. Like some of the big meets all came down to either a tiebreaker or 1 point, one way or the other. Like,
yeah.
What was that like week by week, trying to figure out, are we the best team in this state? Are we not the best team? Like, it's so close. And then getting down to Peoria, feeling like you're going to put your best effort out there collectively as a team. Like, how did that feel over the last few weeks?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy because they had Illinois, all top 3 teams ranked number 1 for a little while. So we knew it was going to be a super tight race, and we were all going to have to show up on the day in order for us to take away the win. And so thankfully it all ended up working out. Our coach encourages us not to look at the rankings and just to, go out there and do our best, because no matter what the rankings say, we should, just go out there and give our best effort. So that was kind of our mentality going into it, and we were confident that we would be able to do it.
Yeah. And anything that you do changes the rankings next time anyway. So when you look back at the results, though, was there someone on your team that like finished 1 spot ahead of somebody else that you think swung the difference a little bit?
It's hard to say. I know one of our girls actually tripped at the 2-mile mark, and she was able to get back up and keep going. So I'm really proud of her, and just that she didn't give up in that moment. So, it was just all of us going out there and giving our best fight. And everyone was like, I can't believe it was separated by 1 point. That's literally one person, passing us.
Yeah.
So, I'm just really proud that we were able to go all out there and do our best.
Yeah. So in the aftermath of that, you go back home, you go back to Barrington, and what is you mentioned before we started about the fire trucks and everything. I love those celebrations that those communities have when you make this triumphant return. I'm guessing on a school bus or something like that. But what does that look like? How did that play out Saturday afternoon and evening for you guys?
Yeah, it was really the best day. We were all super excited on the bus ride home, and so we got back to town and we got to ride the fire trucks back into town and got back to school, and we had all of our parents there waiting, cheering for us. And, we have a victory bell outside our school, so getting to go and ring that bell is super fun, and it makes all the work that we put in worth it.
Now, I don't know this. Maybe you do. When was the last time Barrington won a cross country title?
It was 2003.
Okay, wow. So 21 years.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your running. Like a year ago, you were sixth at state and 27th at the regional meet, but you were only a freshman. Then last spring, you won the Class 3A 3,200 meters at the state track and field championships. What did that achievement mean for you in terms of just building your confidence and your belief in yourself?
Yeah, that was a huge confidence booster for me. Freshman year is kind of a good way to just dip your toes in and see what high school training's about. So, not putting any expectations on myself and going out there, working with my teammates, and really just loving the sport was super crucial for me last year. And after state, winning that state meet, it really gave me a lot of confidence and really motivated me to get after it in the summer. So, I think that ended up being really vital to my success in the fall.
I see. After the state track meet, did you go off and do any more national type meets, or did you just kind of like end your season and start the training for fall?
I ran running lane track in Huntsville, Alabama. Um, I did Nike Outdoor 2 years ago, which is a
Mm.
really fun meet, but I was just looking for something low key and just um, trying to improve upon my time. And,
Did you get a PR down there?
no, I did not, but it was really good to get to race against some competition and
Yeah,
it's always good to get those champion like style races under your belt.
yeah, of course. Does Saturday's victory though at Detweiler feel like the biggest thing that you've done, like the most intense competition, the biggest crowd, like all of that stuff was a little more heightened, right?
Yeah, definitely. The crowds definitely showed up at Detweiler, and I kind of had a little bit of expectations on myself to go out there and get the record. So
Mm.
um, that definitely was a little bit of pressure. But yeah, it definitely was a big confidence booster.
I'm glad that you said that. Going after that record, Judy Pendergast was a big deal about like 12 years ago.
Hmm.
I remember when she did that, I was like, wow, 15, she ran in the 15s. That's incredible. And then, so were you trying to figure out different points around the park where you like, okay, well, I need to make this, I need to make it to the triangle by X amount of time, and I need to stay on pace. Like, did you figure out a little bit of where you needed to run that first, what the first mile needed to be? Just so that there were no like really like long rest periods. You had to kind of like stay on it, right?
Yeah, I knew I wanted my first mile to be a little bit faster. Like typically goes out pretty fast, so
Yeah.
I was anticipating that. And the back triangle is a really good part to throw in some surges because it gets a little bit lonely back there, and you can come out of the triangle and really have made up a lot of spots. So I had that in mind, and obviously wanted to come through the halfway mark under 8 and on pace so that I could, get the record.
Yeah. And is there something at the halfway mark that tells you? Can you see a clock, or is there anyone saying what the split is, or anything like that?
I do think there was a clock. Yeah, there is a marker, and everyone was like telling me my time and everything, which is
So
cool.
you knew you were under 8.
Yeah, I did. I knew I was. I knew it was pretty fast, faster than I've ever taken it out before.
Wow, wow. So knowing that you've made the first half under the record pace, that super motivating for you, the last half mile or so?
Yeah, it definitely was a big motivator. I knew I had to keep going for it, and sometimes hearing a fast time can kind of be like, "Ooh, did I take it out too hard?" But it ended up being okay, and it definitely was a big motivator in the race.
Yeah, yeah. And again, awesome day. Let take me back to uh, NXR Midwest last year, and what was your experience like running there the first time? Going through Laverne Gibson and what do you remember about that? What stands out for you about it?
Yeah, it's a super fun race. It's a true cross country course with a lot of hills and switchbacks. So I do remember that. I really liked how wide it was because it's really easy to make moves, and even if you don't get the best start, you can gain a lot of spots. So I remember that, and the last 400 is just a complete straightaway. So I do remember getting passed by a lot of people, and that's something I think I can work on this year. Is I got to keep strong that last 400.
It seems like the finish line is so close you can touch it, and yet it's still a long ways away, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So coming out of last weekend, obviously the competition is great. It's coming down from Michigan. Mm-hmm. Indiana's got some really good runners. Ohio. How are you feeling about where you sit in all of this on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm super excited to get to race against some competition. It's been a lot of just me going out there and racing against the clock, so I'm really excited to maybe get to run in a pack and just turn off my mind a little bit and just run. And I feel confident that I belong in this top group, so I'm just going to go out there and try to do what I've done this whole season.
Absolutely. You mentioned having a really strong summer. Like when you reflect on the work that you put in, what were some of the things that you did that you felt like you're reaping the benefits of now?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time doing things, not just running miles. So spent a lot more time on recovery and just all the little things, rolling out, getting enough sleep. And then also starting to incorporate some more cross training, which I think was really crucial because I am still pretty young and I don't want to get injured. So it's a good way to, increase intensity without getting all the pounding.
So when you say cross training, are you talking about swimming or biking or something like that?
I did a lot of aqua jogging, some elliptical. Yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay. How far back did you get into running? How old were you when you started into the sport?
I started in about like 6th grade, but I wouldn't say I started to actually like kind of take it seriously until about 2 years ago.
So 8th grade was when you kind of really upped your game a little bit, and it got more important to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Still nothing too intense. I think middle school running should really just be for fun. And so I feel like last year was the first year I started to actually run like real mileage and real workouts and stuff.
I see. And what have you enjoyed about Barrington and the culture there and the girls on the team? Like, you're going to be remembered for a long time as the girls that won the state championship. Like, what has the group been like? What have you enjoyed about them?
Yeah, I have some great teammates. It's just a really hardworking group. We're out there early in the morning in the summer and in the heat and, everything that makes us tough. And we're there for each other and they're just so supportive of me. And I think we all do a good job supporting each other. And, we tell each other we're proud of each other no matter how we do at a race because we all know we're out there putting in the work. And also I have a great coach. Coach Deb she's really helped me get to the spot where I am today. So
yeah. So the Broncos headed out to Terre Haute this weekend. Again, 72 seconds faster at the state meet this year than you were last year. Mm-hmm. If you make that kind of improvement in Indiana, boy, you're going to be up there with maybe ahead of everyone else. But I want to just extend my congratulations and good luck this weekend
Thank you.
At Terre Haute. And thank you again for giving me some of your time tonight.
Thank you so much.